All right, and welcome to another episode of Stay Tuned with Troy and Howie. And I don't know. I guess I really don't have a hangover from the Super Bowl, so nothing elaborate or exciting for me. I mean, the two teams, I didn't really care one way or the other. So
I got that sentiment from a lot of people.
yeah,
That
yeah. I
that was
mean,
just a very boring matchup. Um,
hmm
I think unless you were a fan of either team or a huge fan of football, which I typically am,
yeah,
I watched it on and off. Did not watch it, you know, thoroughly. I was sitting back in the kitchen at my uncle's playing cards.
okay.
Um, so I kept up with it, periodically, but it just wasn't a very intriguing matchup. It just really wasn't.
No, and the day after, I'm saying like the day of the Super Bowl or all the commercials and everything. At least sometimes you like look forward to watching some of these elaborate commercials, but even the commercials have kind of mellowed out, over the last few years. So didn't even have that to look forward to.
Or the halftime show, right? And when I'm not, hold on, time out. We're not getting crazy about this. I'm just saying, like, that's not my jam, you know.
No,
That's not
no,
my type of music. I'm not into it. That's cool, whatever. I don't have a problem with him being picked. That's not what I'm trying to say. Just saying it's not my thing. So I didn't even have that to look forward to. You know what I mean?
right.
Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, me neither. In fact, even the alternative, I don't know if you got to pan over to the alternative version of the halftime show through the Turning Point USA.
I did. I
Um, I
seen that.
I saw that, but again, I'm not a country music artist fan, so that didn't intrigue me either.
Yeah,
There was rumor that Aerosmith or Steven Tyler was
I
going to
saw
play.
that too. Yeah,
Yeah, and so I was kind of half looking forward to seeing him show up, and he never did.
yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't impressed with that version either, but I will say the Bad Bunny version, I didn't watch it at all. Uh, and I don't know if it's true or not, if this is just an AI situation where they showed him on stage burning an American flag.
I don't think that was true.
Okay, yeah, if
I
that
didn't
if
see
that was
anything about that.
true,
Yeah, I
if
didn't
that
see
was
anything
true,
about that.
yeah, he if that was true, he deserves all the negative accolades of that. But if it was not true, so be it. Just another
I heard
halftime
a lot
show
of
that I wasn't
people,
impressed.
like, even though they didn't understand it, they still actually kind of enjoyed the beat and kind of being able to dance around and that type
Sure.
of thing. Um, like I said, just not my thing. That's all. So I am a Kid Rock fan. I do like Kid Rock a lot.
Uh-huh.
So that
Well, he
is
only
the
showed up
main.
for one song.
He did "Ba to Ba" to start, and he only did like the first verse of it, and then he did a cover of Cody Johnson's "Till You Can't,"
Oh,
and
yeah.
I actually really, really enjoyed that. He actually even added a verse to the end of it
Yes.
um,
Yes. I
about
did see that.
about the Bible and Jesus and stuff like that, and it was a really cool touch,
Mhm.
and it was actually kind of a perfect audience for it there at the turning point with Charlie Kirk and stuff like that.
Sure.
Um, so yeah, again, I'm not saying it to be controversial. I'm not saying it because I don't like Bad Bunny. I'm not saying it because
Mhm.
he's a Democrat. It's none of that. It just wasn't my jam. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
So
Ditto, ditto.
yeah,
And, yeah, I mean, it was funny because they were showing previous Super Bowl halftime shows, and I think it was 1993, Michael Jackson did a halftime performance. I think it was in San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm
it
not
was
sure.
at the Rose Bowl.
Was it? Okay, so it
Yeah,
was in Cali
yeah. It was
then.
it was the Cowboys and Bills at the Rose Bowl
Oh,
back
okay.
in Pasadena.
Oh, there you go. I guess you would know that.
Pasadena.
Um,
Yep,
okay. That was an amazing performance.
that was that was. Didn't
Watching
he
that,
start that concert on top of the stadium or something like that,
I think
or was that
to
a
the way
hologram?
it came out of he started out on the Jumbotron, and then it kind of threw him up above the Jumbotron,
Right.
and he's standing there, and then all of a sudden he appears on stage down on
So
the
it had
field.
to
I'm
be
like,
some
what
sort of
the heck?
hologram or something, right?
Yeah. Well, pretty
Yeah,
impressive for 1993. I will say that.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good show.
That was
I think
amazing.
I think a lot of people say that's probably the best one, or a lot of people really like the Prince one as well.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. what year that was, maybe 2012 or 2014, somewhere in that range.
Okay. I
And they thought it
really
was really cool because when he was playing Purple Rain, it actually started raining. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a neat Super Bowl halftime show, and then, I think one of my favorites was watching well, again, I'm an Aerosmith fan, so,
Sure. Yeah.
I enjoyed Aerosmith and Britney Spears on stage together, which was kinda crazy to watch.
When was that? I remember it, but I'm trying to remember when it was.
I don't remember. I don't they kinda all flow
Was it
together
kind
for
of a
me.
while ago? Was it like early 2000s?
It was yeah, it was probably early Britney Spears
Yeah,
because
that's what I thought.
because
And
because it
wasn't it
looked
the boy
awkward
bands
to me,
too?
this What's that?
Wasn't it the boy bands as well?
I
Like
think
was it
so.
NSYNC and Backstreet Boys
I
or
think
whatever? And
so, yeah.
I wonder if that was 2000 with the Ravens and Giants.
That might have been. It might have been, but yeah, I mean, because I remember it being a little awkward because Britney Spears was like this young, I don't even
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
teenager,
she
and
was
here
probably only like 20 years old at that time.
yeah, and here's Steven Tyler smacking her on the butt, and I'm like, "This doesn't look right to me,"
Yeah.
but alright.
Well, then you had the controversy just a few years after that with Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
Oh, that's
So,
right, that's
yeah.
right. Yep,
So
the
that was
little
kind
slip.
of, I think that was '03 or '04, and that was kind of when everybody took a step back. Like, okay, maybe we need to be more conservative with who we're picking to do these shows. But now they're opening up again.
They
Like
sure
now, I
are.
mean, obviously with somebody like Bad Bunny, they had Dr. Dre and Snoop and Eminem the
Yeah,
one year
that's
not too
right.
long ago. Shakira and J Lo, who you know are not usually very covered on stage. Let's say that.
Yes, yes, that's right.
So
They like to bear
um,
a bit more than they should.
yeah. Well, I mean, hey, whatever. More power to them. I mean,
Mhm.
they're covering
Yeah,
their main parts. That's all I guess that really matters.
I guess so.
But
But yeah, I mean, congrats to all the Seattle fans. You
yeah,
know, the Seahawks beat the Patriots, and I didn't know if there was ever going to be a touchdown scored in that game, but
boy, it wasn't
uh,
looking like it, was it?
no, no.
What was it,
Then
12-0 until the first touchdown was scored?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the kicker
and
broke
that was only in the fourth
all-time
quarter. Is
record.
that not right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
here I'll look at. I have the scoring chart up here right now. Three in the first, six in the second, three in the third, and then 17 for Seattle in the fourth, and 13 for Seattle in the fourth, or for New
Mhm.
England in the fourth.
Okay.
So yeah. So
Yeah, and I know you have a bit of an opinion on this guy, but Stefan Diggs,
yeah.
not impressed.
Now he was very quiet throughout the whole playoffs. He really was.
Not only quiet, but he turned his back towards during the national anthem.
Oh, I didn't see
Um,
that.
yeah, and I don't know. He just got into a lot of jawing matches with Seattle defense, but it's like, you know what, dude, you got to step it up and at least show that you're here to play. Yeah, exactly. And he just did not impress. Yeah, yeah, it wasn't good. And most of those yards were at the end of the game where they
Oh,
were
I'm sure. Yeah, they were probably
catching
in garbage
crossovers.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So a little disappointed there.
yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Now it was confirmed that Seattle's offensive coordinator will now go be the Raiders head coach. So
Okay.
Clint Kubiak will be the new Raiders head coach. And I kind of knew the writing was on the wall when Seattle was playing the Rams in the NFC Championship and Tom Brady was commentating. And
Yeah.
every chance he could get to compliment Clint Kubiak, he was
That's
complimenting the crap out
funny.
of him. Like,
Ah,
because because obviously Brady has minority ownership in the
yeah,
Raiders now. So,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. So I was like, that seems a little weird. He's complimenting the OC this much.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't watch that game.
Yeah.
That would annoyed me.
Well, even worse, you had to listen to Collinsworth yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I have a lot of
That guy
distaste for him.
that guy gets on my nerves.
Well, yeah, he's obviously a former Cincinnati Bengal, and anytime he has a time to cut up the Steelers, he'll
Oh, I'm
throw
sure
it
he
out
loves
there.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but anyway, the Super Bowl is over now. I guess the next big thing for NFL football is the draft, which is in Pittsburgh this year.
That's right, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend that'll be going out to that because he works for the PSP and he's actually on the governor's detail.
Nice.
The governor's going to be out there for that, so he'll be going out there to that. So
Okay.
that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty
I'm
cool.
sure it
He's
would be.
actually he's a Pittsburgh guy too. I shouldn't say he's a Pittsburgh fan. So yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
Nice.
that'll be pretty cool for him.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, so I don't know when the new league year officially starts. Is it like March 1st or March 15th or something like that? It's sometime in March, I think.
I think it's in March, yeah.
'Cause I don't think anything can happen transactionally until that
Mhm.
time. So and you'll
Yeah.
start seeing some stuff flying around here, players being released, players being signed, trades, whatever, all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. So right back all over again. Here we go.
Yep. Back where, what is it, 32 teams will all have a chance to win the Super Bowl again.
They all have the same dream to start the season again. Yep.
Yep. You said it.
So we had some unfortunate news over the weekend too, and
Yeah.
I was up near State College this weekend with some friends at a hunting cabin. So my signal was in and out, sporadic, that type of thing, and I think it was when I got up Saturday morning, I believe, is when I saw it that Brad Arnold from Three Doors Down had passed away after.
Yeah.
Was it like
Frontman
May of? Yeah, was it like May of last year that
was
he
diagnosed with cancer.
well yeah well that he came forward that he was diagnosed. I don't know when he
Yeah.
was actually
I
officially
believe
diagnosed.
Yeah, I believe it was like almost a year ago to the date is when he was diagnosed. So sometime probably in February, early February,
Gotcha. Yeah.
that he was diagnosed with cancer, and then he came forward, like you said, in May. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, a true talent. I mean, he was.
47, I think he was.
Yeah, not that old, not that old.
It's just really a shame because there was. I guess he was born in September of '78 and passed away February of '26. So
Wow.
yeah, he
So
would have
yeah,
been 48 this
40.
year.
He would
Yeah.
have been 48.
Yep. So
Tough one
I
though.
remember. I'm kind of reading here to kind of update my dates and my years, but this would have been 2000. The first time I heard Three Doors Down, and it was the song
Hmm.
Kryptonite. Um,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, do you remember that song?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Three Doors Down was a big deal for me too, and I'll explain why, but go ahead.
Gotcha. So I just remember hearing that song, and I just remember like it caught me right away. And I'm like, man, I really like that.
Mhm.
The girl that I was seeing at the time, she obviously knew that I was really into him and listening
Was
to, and
she
they
calling you Superman?
no 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 no, I've never been that lucky. But he what was the next song that was released after that? Was it was it Here Without You or
Yeah,
was
Here
it
Without Yeah, I believe well, I think Here Without
no? Because I think
You
that was the second album, wasn't it?
yeah, the second album, and I think that was around 2003.
Here is it track listing. Loser. It was Loser.
Okay.
So it was Kryptonite, then Loser, then Be Like That were the first three singles released off that
Yeah.
first album. And I remember hearing Loser after I heard, and then I was like, okay, this is back when you couldn't just go online and find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like,
Yep.
I want that CD. I want that. So then I
Yeah.
remember her getting it for me. I think for Easter or something like that. Maybe it was my
Cool.
birthday. I don't remember when it came out. But I wore that CD out. Literally wore that CD out.
Yeah.
Like there was not a track on there that I would not skip. That I would
Wow.
skip. I should say. I would listen to that thing straight through every
Yeah.
time. Such a good album. One of the best they've used albums of all time, in my opinion.
Mhm. Their
Um,
second CD did not fail us either.
no,
Like I said,
what?
Here Without You, I think that was 03, 02,
Yeah,
is when it came out, and I remember it because we built our house in 03,
there you go.
and a lot of times I was out here at the house by myself. We didn't have electricity here yet or anything, and I forget, probably doing sanding or painting or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or staining, and I remember like in the middle of the night, I just had my boom box in the house just blaring that CD throughout the night, and it was just yeah. Every time I hear any of those songs, I automatically think of where I was
Building that,
back
going through the
in
house.
'03.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
So
but
that would have been released in late 2002. So yeah,
okay.
That was Away from the Sun album. That one had Away from the Sun, obviously. Had
Sure.
When I'm Gone, Here Without You. Let me see the track listings on here. Ticket to Heaven was a good one. Um,
Yeah.
uh, Changes, Going Down in Flames, Sarah Yellen. Those were all good songs. I'm pretty sure one of those had didn't one of those have Bob Seger on it with him too? Wasn't there
Mm.
a song that Bob Seger had or maybe that was another album?
That might have been another album because I don't remember that.
Yeah, that might have been the next album. But yeah, either way, just um, solid albums, front to back.
Yeah.
They did a great job, and to think they're only 47 years old, and you got bands that are still out there playing in their 70s. You know what
I
I mean? Like,
know. I
what else?
know.
How much more could have these guys did? You know what I mean? Like, that's incredible.
You said it.
Um, so I guess if their first album was released in 2000, I don't remember if the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is 25 or 30 years. Do you remember?
That I don't know. I never paid attention to that when
I
it
would
came to
think
the rock.
these guys are going to be high on the list of. I don't think they're going to wait very long when they're eligible. Let's put it that
No, no. I think they'll be first ballot if you want to go that route.
way. Let's see, Hall of Fame eligible. Um, 25 years after the release of their first commercial recording. So
Okay.
yeah, I would say that they're eligible probably now. This is probably the
Yeah.
first year they probably could be eligible. Um,
Jeez.
that's kind of sad when you think about it. Like, I mean, this whole situation is sad in general, but just like this guy pouring his heart and soul and everything into his lyrics, and they're probably going to get recognized
Mhm.
here pretty soon, and being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he's not going to be able to
Yeah,
get to have that feeling and feel
I know.
um, that warmth and respect and everything that you know what I mean. Like, and I know I've heard stories of him having some pretty bad, I think, alcohol struggles early in his career,
Okay.
and he really cleaned up. And over the last probably 10 to 15 years, he was very much a God fearing man. He very
Mhm.
much was not afraid to say it on stage. He would often pray. He would often have the crowd recite things about being saved himself
Wow.
and that God can save you. And yeah, he was not shy about
Mhm.
how he turned his life around and gave it to Jesus. So it was
Yeah.
a
I
pretty
have a lot
cool
of
thing.
respect for that because I
Yeah,
don't know. I just feel like in a weird way we need a lot more of that in our life, as a community, as much as a community as much as an individual. I think
yeah.
we just need that to kind of ground ourselves, and you don't see that enough, especially in the entertainment world. So I'm glad to
I
hear that
think.
he was that way.
Oh, did you see Jelly Roll at the Grammys the other? Speaking of
I
that, did you see
heard,
Jelly Roll?
yeah, I heard his speech.
That was powerful. You know,
Yeah.
and he went up there, and even after his speech, I think they interviewed him, and they because all the stuff going on with ICE right now, and they say, what are your
Sure.
feelings as far? And he's like, listen, I'm not here to get into that. I'm just
Mhm.
an artist. My opinion means no more than yours. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's true. It's so true. And
Mhm.
I wish we could get back to you know you were saying about the Bible, and it just made me think of like there's the biblical teachings that are in the Bible. It's not really about the fact of worshiping a God or Jesus or whatever that type of thing. It's the teachings in the Bible, whether you believe or not. They just are. They make you good people. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it just if you follow the teachings in the Bible, you're going to be a good person.
Mhm.
And I think that's
It grounds
lost on a
you.
lot of people.
It grounds
Yeah,
you. It really does. I mean, it just kinda it 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 brings you to, like, and I mean, obviously, I've never held back as far as my beliefs and whatnot, but, I'm not a church-going person, but I am a spiritual person, and I feel like it's important that people, have something in their lives that grounds them, and you see a lot of stuff that's going on in today's world. You can tell that there are a lot of ungrounded people that just don't believe one way or the other, and I feel like it's overtaking them in a bad way, You see it in our schools. You see it in everything we do, whether it's politics or whatever your job is. It just something's missing in your life when it's easy for you to turn evil than it is to go the right way in a sense.
You can go back to this not necessarily spiritually, but just the feeling of entitlement. I think is a big thing right
Hmm.
now, and feeling you're owed things or things should be handed to you or you deserve opportunities. No, you earn your opportunities, right? And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think back to JFK and I think it was his inauguration speech, wasn't it?
Hmm. Yep.
Um, that's not what your country can do for you, but
Ask
what
what
you
you
can
can
do for
do.
your country. And it's not just
Exactly.
country; it's people in general. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's your circle. It's your entire yeah, surrounding.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that can be narrowed down or widened as far as you want it to go. You know what I mean? Like it could
Yeah,
be. That's not
exactly.
what your family can do for you, but what can you do for your family? That's
Mhm.
not what your state can do for you, but what can you do for your state? Like
Yeah.
you can just keep, adding to that circle and that bullseye, and just keep going out. And it's funny that that is coming from a Democrat at that point in time,
Right.
and now it feels like I'm not trying to get start anything here. Believe me, I'm not. But it feels like, from my opinion, that there's so many Democrats that just want to have handouts. They just
Yeah.
want things given to them. And it's so ironic that that's the quote that came from one of the top Democrats at that time.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And trust me, everybody wants things to be easy for them. I get that. I truly do. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Republican, or whatever. I want things to be easy for me. I want someone to hand me over $1 million and be like, "Here you go, have a good day." Yeah, I mean, who's going to say no to that, right?
of
But
course,
but if my mindset is not only do I want that $1 million, I expect it to be handed to me. That's
right,
where things go wrong. And I feel like when people expect it and don't get it, and now they're angry because they didn't get it. Well, guess what? If you were lucky enough to get it handed to you, bravo, good for you. But you weren't.
right,
So now
right,
what? What are you gonna do about it?
right, right.
And again, you want to get not that we want to get political, but all you got to do is just go to the Obama administration when that's what was done. That was kind of like the platform. Everything is going to be handed to you. You're going to have free healthcare. You're going to have free this and free that. I mean, we see it in New York this year with Mondani.
Wasn't the
You know,
Obama phone a thing? Weren't they giving out free government cell phones or something like that?
yeah,
Or do you
yeah,
remember
that's
that?
right.
Yeah,
Yep, I remember that the flip phone. But yeah, I mean, okay, you know what? It didn't happen. Now what? Okay, you were promised this, it wasn't handed to you. Now what are we going to do about it? Are we going to gripe and complain and protest and set things on fire? Well, good luck with that because it's
yeah.
not going to work out for you.
Is that really going to make the situation any better?
Exactly, exactly.
Right. Or are
So,
you just going to end up paying for it in the long run with your tax money?
all the
You know?
above,
Right.
really, when you
Exactly.
think
Right.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's crazy.
Um,
I mean, just watching New York City now with all the piles of garbage up and down the street is sad.
yeah. I don't know what's going to happen there. I think you really got to see how far he goes with his socialist ideas, and hopefully it doesn't fail too far that they can't bounce back from it. That's the worry.
Well, the good thing about the United States of America and our bigger cities like New York, we can rebound from it. But I think people need to see the
I
failure
think so. Yeah.
before they realize that, hey, there is another option that's really right under your nose that you are ignoring because you have a certain feeling towards a certain person.
Right.
So, so let's look at those options. But we'll see.
So yeah, I was seeing some. I was doing some social media scrolling, and did I see that Kamala plans to run again? Did I see that right?
I hear that her and what is it, AOC?
Yeah.
Her and that ticket. Good luck. Good luck. I mean, she failed miserably the first time around. I don't know why. Again, what's going on in people's heads? What's going on in the Democratic Party's head that they're like, "Hey, this is our best option."
Well, I also feel that I think Shapiro is going to throw his name in the hat as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
think, yeah, he's really jumped on the social media trend himself lately. It seems like he's always has some sort of video on social media, usually something against the Trump administration, not usually about what he's doing good for the state, just usually something that he doesn't agree with that's bad. But I think he's trying to really bring in some of that younger audience that's on all the social media platforms and such.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't seem like someone who can relate very well. I mean, he's got a military
yeah,
background, which is good. You know, and I don't know. I mean, he's a good communicator.
yeah, I do think he is a pretty good speaker. Yeah, I
Hmm.
do agree there. I don't know what's going to happen there. I actually didn't know he had a military background.
I'm pretty sure he did. I remember, for some reason, I remember that when he was running for governor. So, and then obviously our other option probably is going to be that our governor from California.
Oh, Newsom. Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I forgot
again,
all about that.
again, you look at all the states that are being run into the ground, there is a common denominator there. And again, he's no exception to that rule for sure. But
So he went to. So okay, I'm just trying to catch up here.
sure.
Let's not have too much silent time here. But it looks like from the Wikipedia page, so take that for what you will. He says he spent a few years of his childhood on a United States Navy base where his dad served as medical officer
Okay.
before the family moved to Dresher, Pennsylvania. But I don't see anything about him. He attended the University of Rochester, majoring in political science.
Okay.
So I don't know that he actually was in the military, but his family, his dad,
So he's got family lineage
yeah,
that's in the military.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Well, if I had
Um,
to choose between him, Kamala, and the other
AOC
guy,
or
I'm
Newsom.
sorry, Newsom.
Newsom.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go with Shapiro of the three.
Yeah, I think he
Officers.
would definitely be the least of all those three
The
for
least
sure.
of the evils, right?
Yeah, yeah, I would
So
agree with that. Yeah, I would agree
yeah,
with that. Even AOC, even throw her in the mix too. Even you
yeah,
know,
that's even disgusting to think that someone like that could actually run.
yeah, she's a loose cannon.
She really is.
Yeah. Um,
She really is.
all right, where are we at here? We're 30 minutes in. Yeah, I don't. We didn't really have a whole lot planned today, and it kind of spurred up on me last minute because I remembered that my daughter has hitting lessons tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And I messaged you this morning. I'm like, hey, we better we got to reschedule tomorrow night. Do you want to do it today or Wednesday? And so we picked today, so it's out of the way. But oh, I know what else. You said you had a story about Indianapolis you wanted to share.
Yeah. Well, last week I went out to Indianapolis, Indiana for work, and we had a couple meetings that we had to attend with a couple of businesses and whatnot. And I will say the first meeting that we went to, which was a really nice restaurant in downtown Indianapolis. But before that, we had to take an Uber because it was like 2.5 miles from our hotel, and the vehicle that we drove to the hotel with was like a monster truck, so it's not the best thing to
Oh
navigate
my gosh.
through the city. So we just pretty much parked that in the parking lot and left it for the week. And so taking an Uber, and we get in the car, and it's a Somalian driver, and so we're en route, and we pull down this alley, and we're just kind of me and my brother, who I went down there with, we're kind of joking around in the car, and I forget who said it. It might have been me or might have been him. I can't remember, but uh, but one of us said, "I guess this is where he kills us."
No.
Just joking, you
Yeah.
know? And I don't think he took kindly to that because like a block or two later, he's like, okay, we parked right in front of the field house where the Indiana Pacers play. And he goes, just walk down this sidewalk and you'll run right into the restaurant. And we're like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. We get out of the car and it's another, and we look at the map and it's like another mile and a half. This dude,
No way.
this dude threw us out of his car in the most discreet way that he could have done it. Yeah.
And it was like what, 5 degrees?
Yeah, actually you're not off.
Yeah.
I think like the high was 5 that night.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it was ridiculously cold in Indiana. And yeah, and we're like, okay, there's no way we're walking a mile and a half. We'll die. And ended up calling another
So you had to get
Uber.
another Uber.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, got another Uber and we went to the restaurant and at least we had a story to say to these folks that we were meeting. But oh my gosh, it was freezing cold. And we get to the restaurant and it's like I said, a really nice restaurant and it's 5 of us, me, my brother and 3 other people from this company. And
Hmm.
out of the 5, do you want to guess how much our meal was total?
Was it like a steakhouse?
It was it was kind of like a steakhouse slash it wasn't I wouldn't call it a steakhouse, it was just a upscale restaurant.
Okay. 5 people, downtown Indy. Boy.
Yeah.
Any drinks involved?
Yeah.
Let's go 650.
Okay. You would be off by like 300. So it was like over $900, close to $1,000
Oh
for a
my
meal.
gosh.
Yeah. Now
Oh
luckily we
my
weren't
gosh.
paying for it, but yeah, the
I
company
was
was
just
whining
roughly
and
thinking.
dining us basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
they treated us and it's like, holy crap. Cause I'm looking at the menu and I'm thinking, okay, well, if I have to pay for this, this is gonna probably be at least $100 just for me. And so I wasn't overly careful on what I purchased because I had a strong hunch that they were gonna pay for everything. But
Hmm.
but still, it was in the back of my mind. I'm like, man, this is gonna be an expensive meal.
So I was roughly just kind of thinking like 130 per guy, roughly off the top of
Yeah.
my head. So that's not.
Yeah, almost 200 a person. I know. And
Wow.
I will say the food was amazing.
Well, it
Um,
better be.
yeah, I know. I know the guy. It was funny too because they strategically separated me and my brother for some reason. I think they wanted to kind of pick our brains individually about some things. Um, so they kind of went about it a creepy way, um, but yeah, the guy I was sitting next to, he was he used to be a professional sniper in the military. And
Nice.
yeah, so he was sharing a couple of his stories. I was sharing a couple of my stories and whatnot. And it was kind of fun.
I bet it
It was a good
was.
conversation with these folks. And yeah, but yeah, they did not spare any expense when it came to how much we spent. It was like all you can drink, all you can eat. Uh, I had raw oysters for the first time in my life, by the way.
What'd you think?
You know what? They were good. But I will
I don't think I've
say,
ever had them.
okay, it's one of those things where I probably shouldn't have eaten as much as I did of those because throughout the meal I was kind of like, "Ooh, my stomach's churning just a bit." Not enough to really be concerned, but enough to be like, "All right, no more oysters for me."
Yeah.
And then they had a lot of really good appetizers. They had some kind of crab dip that was just out of this world. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the food
Did you
was
guys get to you got to pick your own items, or did they just kind of have whatever was on the menu that day? That's what you get, or
whatever was on that menu we could choose from. So, I mean, I could have chosen, I think like the filet mignon, I didn't pick it only because the price was like $79 or something like that just for that.
gosh,
Yeah, and I'm like, that might be a little pushy there, so I'll
was that
hold off
Cal
on it.
Gold?
What's that?
Was that Cal Gold?
Yeah, it must have been. It must have been. It probably regrows its meat as it gets cut off. I don't know.
It's a self-reproducing cow or steer
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, so I had a couple of different things that I never had before. My main course was duck.
Really?
So, yeah, I never had duck before.
And how was that?
That was really good. It was nice and
Yeah.
crispy. They had it with some type of pasta, and it was really good. I was impressed with that.
Should have got some turducken.
I know, I should have. But yeah, but yeah, it was quite the interesting night heading out to that restaurant with the Uber driver, and then the meal cost.
I'm assuming you
Um,
paid him.
well, yeah, you had to. I mean, I just didn't tip him. So
So what you got out of the car and you're like, wait a minute.
yeah, I got out of the car and I'm looking. It's like, okay, I have no idea. There was a police officer because there was a game that night and people were going into the field house for the game.
Okay.
And I went up to a police officer. I'm like, hey, do you know where this restaurant is? And they looked at me like, no, not at all. And I said, how about this address? Oh, you are a little bit a ways from there. So then that's when I looked at the map and on my phone, and I'm like, okay, we're a mile and a half away yet. This sucks. Yeah, this
Oh,
guy,
that's
this
funny.
guy threw us out. It was funny because it was a shared Uber ride, by the way. And so meaning
Oh,
that somebody else was in the car, and he might have even been of the same background because we get to the red light. He's like, just let me out here. Opens the door and he basically jogs away. And it's like, okay. I'm I'm thinking we were probably a little too intimidating for some of these folks in the car
yeah.
and didn't like our comments, I guess.
I guess not.
Uh,
And
live another
again, were
day.
we, were we talking about that last week? Where people were so thin-skinned you can't even joke around about
I
anything.
know, I know. It's like, you know
Yep.
what? That's didn't stop us, unfortunately. We
I
suffered the
don't think it'll ever
consequences.
stop me.
Yeah, no, same. Same. So, but yeah, the second Uber driver was a lot nicer. He was a physics teacher,
Okay.
that who just moved to Indianapolis from another town in Indiana, and he was a lot nicer. He was laid back. He was joking around with us too. So
He was pretty much doing that as like second income then.
yeah, he goes. He makes more doing Uber drives in Indianapolis than he does teaching,
That's craziness.
isn't it?
What? How's that even possible?
I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, he says he'll Uber drive until midnight and then go to bed, wake up, go to school. After school, he'll come out and I think he goes like to the airport and does some Uber pickups and drop offs, and
Yeah.
yeah, so he does pretty well
Does
for
he just
himself
do
and
the?
everything.
Does he just do the people mover, or does he do the food deliveries too?
I think it's just people.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know, man. That's DoorDash and Uber Eats
Hmm.
and all that. That stuff's that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I will say out in Indy, our hotel was at a nice location. It was across the street from Lucas Oil Stadium. Um, and oh, what else was it? Oh, on our way out there on the highway right before Indianapolis, an entire tractor trailer was engulfed in flames. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, and the fire truck wasn't there yet. I didn't see a driver, by the way. I'm hoping he got out. But yeah, it was a
Yeah.
pretty ugly
Let's hope
sight.
so.
Yeah, right. I mean, if he's in there, it's too late. That's for sure. He's done. He is
Yeah.
done. So
Did you hear about the crazy story? Did I share that with you guys about? I don't know if I shared it in our private group chat or not. About that guy in Williamsport that fried himself in a deep fryer in the Olive Garden. Did you hear about that?
you know what? I don't know if that's what you sent or if I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah.
I think you sent something on that. How in the heck does
I did.
someone do that?
I shared it also, so maybe you saw it when I
Maybe
shared
that's
it.
what it was. Like he literally dipped his entire head in and he died, right?
That's yeah. I mean, he didn't die immediately.
No. That
They
had to be a
yeah they.
painful that had to be a painful way to go.
I think from what I've read or from some of the comments that he was high on PCP. So
That makes
I
sense.
don't know exactly. I don't even know exactly what PCP does to you. Does that help with pain tolerance or?
That puts you in a whole different world, I think. It basically it's kinda compared to, like, going on acid like LSD. You become something you're not, basically. You're hallucinating in such a world where you're not with it. So he probably didn't feel pain, to be honest with you.
He probably thought he was dipping his head in a pond or something, or
Yeah, yeah. Probably in the shower, not realizing.
oh my gosh, yeah, I
Crazy.
can't even imagine that. That's
Yeah.
to go that way. Like, I
I
mean,
know.
hopefully he was that high, he didn't feel it because
Yeah, I was
that
gonna
would have been.
say maybe in his defense, hopefully he was so strung out on PCP that he didn't feel a thing.
Yeah, because that would be horrible.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I
I don't
know.
know how hot the oil gets in there, but it gets pretty darn hot.
Yeah, could you imagine being another worker and, like, turning to your right and be like, "Whoa, what's going on here? Hey, Troy, get your
Yeah,
head out of there." You know?
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I didn't see that
I
on the menu.
no, I will say with my previous employment, probably the worst way I saw somebody end up killing themselves was, they stabbed themselves to death with the what is that? That rhubarb that's in concrete? Those
Oh, the
iron
rebarb.
the rebarb, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, he literally stabbed himself to death with that. To I don't know
high on
how.
something, right?
No, no.
No.
No, he was not. The reason why he did it was because his parents notified him that the FBI are in their house and they're taking out all the electronics, and basically they were investigating him for child-related porn. So he took his life because he knew
And
the
that
outcome.
was the best way he could figure out in that moment.
In that moment, yes. Isn't that something?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's horrible.
I know. I know.
You didn't do it enough to kill yourself.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to the local Dunham's or Dick's Sporting Goods, and I'm purchasing me a gun. And if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it with get it over
Or
with.
find a high bridge or
Yeah,
something.
right.
You know what I
I
mean?
know. I know.
Like, what are you doing? Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. But again, I mean, the heat of the moment. We don't know what people do. But phew, I know.
Man, that's
And
horrible.
yeah, I mean, we found him in the hotel room, stabbed to death with his. Yeah.
That's where he did it in the hotel room.
Yep. Yeah.
So was he a construction worker like that he would work on bridges and stuff like that? Or
No. I'll tell you off the air
okay.
because yeah, I can't say it on the air because it would be too much of a giveaway if I told you.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
So
Um,
he's able to get a piece of this rebar somehow though, and that's what he
yeah.
uses.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And who knows? It
Wow.
was probably from like maybe sidewalk construction or something outside the hotel for all I know.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's,
I know. The world we
well,
live in.
let's end this one on a downer.
That's right. Well, hey, you know what? You mentioned that it's going to get warmer, so hey, let's just keep
There we
hoping
go. There we go.
that we're entering warmer weather because this under 32 degrees every day. In fact, with the past week probably in the 15s ish, in the teens.
Yeah,
Um, that's just ridiculous. My oil bill
I can
has
go.
suffered.
I bet. I want to go podcast on my back porch again, where you can hear the birds in the background again. Remember that?
Hey, that's right. That's right. That would be nice. I will say I looked outside on my deck today and we have that the not the real wood, but the I forget what that's called anyway.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. The tracks.
Yeah. And but anyway, that's what our deck is made of, and when the sun hits it, it really does um it elevates the temperature on that deck by probably 10 to 15 degrees than what it is off the deck. And I think we have like 4 cats right now laying on the deck, just sprawled out from the neighborhood, just like soaking up that heat right now. Yep. So, with that being said, yeah, with that being said, man, if you have animals outside, knowingly have them outside, get them
Oh,
inside. It is ridiculous to
that's,
have them out there.
yeah, yeah. You can't leave them out in this. This is crazy.
No, for sure. So,
But yeah. So guess we'll wrap things up again. Condolences to the family and friends of Brad Arnold.
yes.
Really a shame to hear that over the weekend. I was hoping he'd be able to battle through that and fight through it and come out on the other end of it. But cancer sucks, dude.
Sure does. Sure does.
And
It
then on
knows
a
no
positive note, we will say, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say cancer knows no demographic.
That's true.
It
Very
takes
true.
everybody.
Yep. So yeah, condolences there. And then on a positive note, we'll end it by saying congrats to the Seahawks and their fans, and as I guess they call the 12. Is that
The
right?
12s.
Yeah, the 12. So congrats to them. Um, you know, they had a tough road. They had a good they had a played a tough division, tough teams.
They earned
They
it.
definitely earned it, and yeah,
Mhm.
they earned it for sure. They had a good team, played good team ball the whole way through the season. So yeah, congrats to them. Very much earned and
Sure.
deserved.
You
So.
got it. All right. Well, hey, till next week, stay tuned.